Hello and cheers. A midday or actually mid-afternoon coffee break. I'm doing it. It's fantasy football draft season on Cameo. I'm hitting it hard. As you see, I posted in my story, the leaderboard. I am up against some real good competition and I want to just stay up in that leaderboard. So what's going to help me also is this. Look what arrived. The football guys, Bob Harris. I am so excited this got here. I was like reading it in the elevator. That's how excited I was to open it. So I will be making sure that this is a cover to cover read. It's been a minute. How's everybody doing? That I'd stop by, say hello, maybe a sound check. Anybody in the room? JT, what's going on? Josh, oh, hey, Josh. I hope that you're also having some fun on Cameo as well. This is a great time. Stamped shipping, how's biz? You all holding on. You know your busy season is around the corner. Plan your vacays now. From Thanksgiving to Christmas, you're going to be shipping nonstop for all the residents in Brooklyn that want to send gifts to their families and other places. So super stoked. Always great to see you when you pop into the room and say hello. Hello in Colorado. Hello in San Diego. Hello. Right out the jump, I am excited for fantasy football season, and someone asked if I had children, and no, I do not. We'll answer that and get that out of the way immediately, because obviously keeping my 2 houseplants alive has been successful. Okay, you already got your draft order, Richard. Okay, pick 4 I like. A little bit less pressure. I mean, I'm happy about Jamar Chase being the solid #1 pick, because this is actually a season where we've seen him and Joe Burrow get to practice and be, camped together, because seasons before, Joe Burrow has been kind of dealing with one ailment or another, but still the first 3 picks are always so stressful. And it's also very common that there's major injuries, hence CMC, players that we've drafted high. So for that, it's a good spot to get. You might want to look into one of these, Richard. This is the football guys. Who's #1? This is the magazine of all magazines. I will be cover to cover reading this. I'm super excited breaking down the positional players and really excited about the upcoming draft season. Clyde says, take Bo Nix as a fantasy quarterback. He'll thank you later. Clyde must not know that I do fantasy football on reg, and I appreciate the mansplain of the pick, but I got this. Thank you. You take Bo Nix, and you think yourself, and you'll be super happy. The experience. Okay, I see that now. Does Matthew Stafford start week 1? I was listening to the Football Diehards last night, and they had one of the beat reporters. They're doing 2-a-days right now, so they have 2 different beat reporters come in from 2 different camps, so practices, and it kind of seemed like nobody is really as worried about Matthew Stafford. The fact that Matthew Stafford has played the history of injuries and doesn't miss games, but maybe not having him out there is something we're overthinking more than he's overthinking. But I do think the conversation about the running back of preference in Los Angeles will lead us to understand where Matt Stafford is in his 100% feeling great. But it's tough to say, right? I just can't, it's really, we're all in this same, what's the truth with Matthew Stafford? We know he's doing, I think, a hyperbaric chamber and other modalities for decreasing the inflammation, and a little bit of a drop there. Okay, so I'm seeing comments, but nothing. So I'm seeing comments. I am not in Chicago. Oh, that's a lot of flowers. Almost looks like a whole flower bed. I am seeing comments in, you love Jake Baker Mayfield's been so consistent. This second run of his career. So a lot of the same things. With those who know how to make a conversation with me, I really appreciate you. I really, really, really do. The rest of you who continue to ask, Justin Herbert, how do you feel about it? How crazy is it to think about Keenan Allen being back with the Chargers? It's just unbelievable. Going back here, MTV Cribs, is that still even a show? Okay, Brooke Ross wants to know, this is a fantasy football conversation that we're all having. We just went through talking about Matthew Stafford for the Rams. I was talking about, I can't believe Keenan Allen's back. We're talking about the Chargers. We're all these things, and we've got this question right here, which I'm sure is a pressing matter that you all really want to know and have answers to. So we better stop everything, because the person that has no avatar, it's always, and I know why you have no avatar. because you've already been blocked and had to set up 18,000 accounts. We all know how this goes except you. You think you were just locked out because you don't have your password right anymore. No, that's not it. The question is, what are your thoughts on belly button piercings? Question mark. I'm considering one. Eyes covered, exclamation point. That's a personal question that you can only answer yourself. You're a stranger, I don't know, you don't even have a photo in your egg. Kind of a deep question to reach out and ask a stranger on Instagram. A life choice, getting a piercing similar to a tattoo. May you have possibly somewhere closer to you in your sphere of friends or family, neighbors, or anyone that you could ask other than someone who's hosting a live and talking about fantasy football. It's just a very simple, curious question. All right, that gave you all the time to talk your smack. Ari, I didn't change my hairstyle. It's just in the summer, I don't blow it out. I let it dry on its own because it's incredibly hot and humid in the city right now. And there's no walking outside with straight hair. It would just be whoosh. And also, it's fantasy football draft season on Cameo. So I've got to be, look, I'm sitting over here. I look like a student. I've got construction paper, scissors, different colored Sharpies, because these are all the tools of the trade that I know I need to pull my fantasy football draft orders. I have not yet seen Happy Gilmore 2. I will get around to it, but I haven't seen it yet. It just hasn't fallen into my, I have in a movie mode, or I have time for a movie. So when I do, it is on my list. Okay, somebody says TNA radio return. I'm actually on a break from radio. No radio this season. This is going to be my first year playing fantasy football just as a fan, and my first year not being able to travel during the football season and all the things that I hadn't been able to do since 2013. So it's helping me really grow other things. And so let's see. Here we go again. How about those Dallas Cowboys? I mean, Jerry is really making it difficult. Jerry Jones just admitted in a presser that he loves the drama and that he believes that's what sells everything. And what he doesn't understand is that's just not the way you lead. It's a toxic work environment. If your leader loves drama, am I right? Like a toxic work environment. We've learned about these things. We want to do better. And Jerry is now, Jerry Jones, I am speaking of, the owner of the Dallas Cowboys, I am speaking of. Jerry really needs to understand that he's dealing with the mentality that is changed for the better, and to lead and to have people buy in and have everyone on the same page. You can't just be toxic, and it's just this drama. It's just so remember, last year, Dak Prescott signed his contract right before the first game. And if you really make a visual of that, and I'm going to give you an example that I stand by, that I brought up a ton last season, that would be like signing your prenup at the altar. No, you would have done that beforehand so you could be properly planning the wedding. And you would have had that handled. It's a distraction. He doesn't know it. It's very upsetting. Okay, so good afternoon. What are my thoughts on Sutton being like the Tornado? Sutton is always an interesting player. And this season, the changes around Sutton, I think Taylor, it depends where you're drafting. Thank you for the badge. Forgot you. Jalen Hurts going back to back. Do I sense someone that may be a Philly fan there? Now look, there was an injury yesterday at camp on the O-line. Very, very, very important. So we have to watch that because that can change everything. Phil Dell 54, I'm not coming back, but I am right here. So when Phil Dell 54, every other message I have to read, when will you come back? When do you come back? It seems strange to me. Again, am I bringing in common sense here? Because if somebody is live on an Instagram, they're actually here, right? So where do I need to come back from? Aren't I right here? And Phil, if you'd like to have conversations with me that obviously I don't want to have with you, I've trained a digital duplicate. You can find it at Joy AI, Joy Babes. You can see all the links on the Instagram, which is the Real Lisa and AI. She's a 24/7 chatter. And she'd probably love to answer your same question 24/7. And you can have some fun with that. But right now I am here, which means I don't need to come back for anything. I retired many years ago, and I'm not going back into that space. I've been working hard at other things. So, Phil, I understand being stuck in the past, but I don't really understand on a Wednesday at 3:50 Eastern Time during a conversation that's pretty generally sports related. I understand that maybe those of you who spend more time on the internet don't pay attention to sports and follow things that actually could build a community for you and have you have friends outside of your community on the internet. Yes, I'm not anywhere but here. So where, Phil, may I have to come back from? Ashton Genty is one of Nick. Oh, Nick. Okay, I didn't. Okay, I see this now, but just didn't really put it together. One of Bob Harris's favorites, and really made me dig in deep at where is this Ashton Gentry love coming from, and why should I believe that he's such a good fit in this system that he's playing. And so doing that research, yeah, and I think he's getting talked up, and he's going to be expensive in some drafts. Wait, I have a painting that I made for me. Oh, I don't accept things from people because I have so much stuff of my own, but thank you. Biggest developer and like to have an interview with you. I'm no longer doing interviews. I just come on my Instagram live once in a while and chat so you all know that I'm still alive. Thank you. I appreciate you. I'll have some New York pizza. How do I feel about the Dallas Cowboys season? Okay, this is a great one. Three questions, okay? Oh my gosh. 3 people that understand the assignment. I am so incredibly impressed with you 3 right now. Thank you. Okay, so let's talk about the Dallas Cowboys. I think we have another year where the interviews and the conversations after camp, after practice, after preseason games is not where it should be. The interview questions should be about what are you working on differently this season than you did last season? You know, how are you going to construct the offense to be more pliable for Dak Prescott? These are the questions that I would love to hear reporters being able to ask, because then we would get a better insight on how we actually feel about our playmakers for the Dallas Cowboys. But instead, it's the Jerry Jones show, and all we get to hear about is the things that Jerry's not doing, the contract that isn't signed, Mika. So, I'm a huge fan of the Pat McAfee show. I watch every day, and I watch on YouTube so I can watch it whenever I want. I don't have to wait for ESPN, so I don't have to do it in one. I can just watch later, whatever. And they showed the screen grabs, which I really didn't think how bad it was, but Mika really didn't screen grab properly or end it. So it was like in the middle of the paragraph, and there was the other one that you had to kind of follow it. But like, here we are again, having a conversation about the Dallas Cowboys that isn't about the upcoming season and how the team is ready to play differently, do things differently, utilization of players. We don't really know that, and it's very frustrating. Detroit Lions question coming right here. No team has more heart, for sure, than the Detroit Lions. And there were so many moments last season where you really thought they're going to the Super Bowl. This is unbelievable. And I think you're going right back down that alley. I don't think that there's any missing pieces that are going to change the game for where you went. Best tip for a first-time fantasy football player, Atlas says. Great question. Thank you. How are you, my friend? So I think the first thing is to find your source, whether you want to sign up with the Football Guys, you want to have this magazine, you want to listen to the Football Diehards on SiriusXM. Find your source and put aside a little bit of time through the week where you can stay updated on your fantasy football news. And this is important before the draft. This is important during the season. Then once it comes time for the draft, make sure during the draft, like I don't drink in draft. So if you drink in draft, that's on you. But make sure during the draft that you're looking at how your league mates are building their teams. You might think to yourself, okay, ADP is telling me right here, I need to grab a tight end and I don't really like anybody in this spot, but all my league mates already have a tight end, I might as well wait. So think about that and then really paying attention through the season. It's a fun way to stay connected with your friends. So if you decide to start a new league, start a free league. You don't have to have money in the game to enjoy it. Start a free league and just get your first season going. I prefer a 12-team league over a 14-team league, which is great if you're a strategist. It's a lot harder. The waiver wire has no depth. That makes more challenges. A 10-team league is difficult in many ways as well because you have so many good players, not only on your starting team, but on your bench, that every week making your lineups, setting your lineups is so much more difficult when you have that many good choices. In a 12-team league, you know who your starters are. You know who your backups are. In a 10-team league, you've got a whole squad of starters. So those are just a couple of things right there. Happy birthday for your birthday. Anybody that has a birthday. Okay. Is Scary Terry going to get his deal? Here's another one. Like, why would y'all not be playing Scary Terry? And I feel so bad for these players because I know that they want to be in the rhythm. They want to be at camp. They want to be working out with their teammates. They want to be doing the things that they need to be doing to building that team chemistry to get ready to blaze through the season. It's just a distraction. 5 drafts this year. I love that so much. Hello from Easton, Pennsylvania. Okay, so we're going to go all the way down, and then I'll go back if I have to because I know there's a ton. Okay, Paul. Paul says Paul's with company. He's salary. I don't know who that was. Do I think any rookie? That's a tough one. Rookie running backs in Dallas. Okay. So we're here. Cam Ward holding his Titan teammates accountable. I think it's important we all hold each other accountable no matter what. So I think this is, the way you really strike that leadership, and I think anybody would see it in that spot. So Ricky, great to see you. I am so glad that you're here today. We got to say, hey. Steven is at a 10-man PPR, man. 10-man can be so tricky because you have so many good players. Junior GM Rublo says, do I think this is Aaron Rodgers last year? Aaron Rodgers said in an interview on the Pat McAfee show on one of his Aaron Rodgers Tuesdays that this would be his last year. So, of course, we know that anyone that strives for excellence the way a quarterback does, a player in the NFL, any professional athlete, anybody even close to Aaron Rodgers is going to strive to do whatever they can do to end their career on the highest note possible. So I think that plays out very well for the Steelers. Because if you're saying, hey, I want this to be my last year, you're going to give it all you have left. And for the Steelers fans out there, I think that's really what you're looking at. It's like a player that's like, I'm putting it all out there on the field. This is my last season. I'm going for it. So it's just great. Thank you, Rich. I appreciate that very, very much. All right. So again, I will be doing... Oh my gosh. Triz Black asks, what's my zodiac sign? I'm a Taurus. I'm a Taurus too. May 9th. Josh Allen, okay, let's go right here. Josh Allen style is an injury at risk. Patriots winning the AFC East. Book it. Ooh. Are you ready to, did you put money on that? Are you putting, how are you wrapping that thing up? Are you doing a solo bet? What are you doing with that? Somebody just asked, okay, am I doing a Vegas visit? I visit everywhere. Matthew Stafford will be good to go. I hope so. This is what we're talking about. Okay, so we have to block anything that has a movie. Why are you sending a movie into the conversation? Okay, I know what I have to do with that. So, okay, there we go. Okay, I've been told about this. A lot more scams on social now than ever. What's up, Dante? How are you? Okay, so I will be right here. And in between being right here, I will be right here with all my crafts, pulling fantasy football draft orders out of this bad boy. Okay, that's right. I put all the numbers inside here. Draft this bad boy up. You may or may not know what this is, but that is how I pull draft orders on Cameo, which makes it, come on, a lot more fun. A totally lot more fun. And I will also be prepping for my drafts. I've cut back this year. I'm going to be in a lot less leagues. I'm commissioning 2. I'm staying in, of course, the Squad 18 league. I cannot wait. But I just want to do it for fun this year. This is my first season not working in this space, actually just allowing myself to have the season off and be working on other things. One of the things I am working on the reg is making sure you all know that my digital duplicate at Joy AI, Joy Babes, she chats 24/7. And since I dove headfirst into the AI space with Joy, I also learned so many things and have watched things just be able to kind of unroll. So now you can create custom photos. She's able to, so like when I want new photos of myself, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna have my digital duplicate, tell her I wanna have some photos at the pool. And you see them only on my AI Instagram. Sometimes I collab, but you'll always know it's an AI photo. The photos that you see of me here, these are not my AI photos. But You can now chat with her 24/7. She makes custom photos on request, and pretty soon custom video is coming. Once custom video is here, I'm pretty sure you're all gonna be very busy writing out your prompts. What would you like this moment to be? But I'm excited about it. So you can follow my AI accounts at The Real Lisa Ann AI. I'll make sure I drop it in the story, and between that, then, here, and now, I'll be pulling fantasy football draft orders. I will be reading my guide that I got from the football guys and getting ready to have these chats with all of you. And yes, it is the golden version that I use. I have my Sharpies here. I write all my names out. I'll give you a little example. I made a mistake, so this one got tossed, but it's a lot of fun. Ooh, somebody came in super hot. Let's just go here. And I'm so sorry when somebody comes in and is just violently cussing, which I'm still kind of surprised people can do these things on social media and there's no protections. But if somebody comes in that angry and just wants to start swearing nasty things at me, I just want to do them the favor and block them, because obviously I've enraged something in them and I don't want to do that to people. Obviously, that's never been my jam. So we got Jalen Hurts #1. You think #1? Okay. What do I think of PJ Harvey? Ironic, but I saw PJ Harvey live, opened up for Portishead at the Greek Theater. Take a step on that, okay? PJ Harvey, Portishead. Do any of you recall, and were you into either of these? Yes, I am very into football, Andreas. Appreciate you. Portishead, I still listen to. PJ Harvey, I still listen to. But the Greek Theater, one of the things I loved when I lived in California was how many incredible venues there are to listen to music, where any seat is a good seat. So the Greek Theater is outside on the perfect night under the stars. PJ Harvey, Portishead, it was unbelievable. So that just took me right there. Someone says, why can't we just have positivity? Because sadly, Nick, somebody remembers Portishead. Oh, this makes me so happy. Thank you. Did we just become best friends? Because, by the way, New York Jets fan here. I'm going to stay for another minute because a couple of funny things. New York Jets fan here. Dad of 2 men. I just pulled a fantasy football draft order. And what I love is I get these little descriptions about the league mates. And if I don't, I'll message in the app and say like, hey, can you tell me who won last year, who lost last year? I want to add some I'll possess. And I got the description for this league mate has season tickets to the Jets. And so I had to make something up off that. I use those as my prompts. And then I'm like, okay, so what I know about Jets fans are some of the nicest people, and also such good sense of humor, such loyalty. If you really break it down and think about it, I mean, every single Jets fan was right here with me watching the summer of Aaron Rodgers happen, and this is going to be the year, and oh my gosh, and then that Monday night game, I'll never forget it. 4 plays in, I'll never forget that. So dad of 2 men, that is you. That's the description of Jets fans, and you still show that love, which I absolutely love. You're in an outdoor stadium. The weather is not great, but the support and the love is just unbelievable. Somebody asked me, Lakers or Clippers. I'm very neutral with NBA. I just choose to watch whatever game is on. I'll play fantasy basketball. I'll do some DFS, daily fantasy basketball. But I decided to stop choosing teams, because then I was able to just, by the way, this is probably one of the best things I've ever done, is just, I'm on a silent block party over here, everybody. I don't know if you know this right now, but what is happening is I'm cleaning up the streets. Wow, you just really want to come in like that. This is so great. I have just blocked silently. I have silently just blocked. Oh my gosh, any love for Massive Attack? I mean, Nikki, I danced for years. Massive Attack in a club was everything. Picking from the 11 spot. How do I think about taking a Lamar as your second pick? Tell me this. Are you a super flex league? What is your scoring system? Those are your league keepers. There's just not enough there, because I feel like that's a bit early for a quarterback. But then again, you could be in a keeper league. All of those things. So it's so silent. It's a great silent block party. I'm just maybe this is what I should do. Maybe I should just sit here and chat, and then okay, some people I feel like I want to block everybody and then I'll have no followers. Why don't you just bone UFC fighters? Like, what is wrong with people? Why does people? It is 4 o'clock on a Wednesday. Okay, I'm here doing my work. I decided to pop on and say hello. The fact of where people's minds are and their actual, what I love the most is most people that follow me, a lot of people, not all, a lot. Should we say most? Between me and you, if you will always think that I need help or I need to be doing something else, or the doubt of my success is so incredibly real, and it's great because just like silent luxury, I'm happy with silent success. No one needs to know what I'm up about, okay? The suggestions for career moves are always so lowbrow. It lets me know, like, man, people think I'm on the struggle bus. I don't understand. I don't understand that at all. Massive attacker from my city, Bristol. Oh my gosh, I have visited Bristol. There used to be a club in Bristol. And also, when I worked at that club, if I'm not mistaken, there's a very good on the water fish fry place that gives you like a pile of amazing fresh fish all fried, like that kind of thing. Good question. Where do I see myself in 5 years? Exactly where I am right now. Kind of doing everything that I love doing, having the time and the flexibility that I have. I'll tell you, like, the 3 things I love the most about my life. 1, I never have to set an alarm clock. That is fucking huge, everybody. Okay? Never have to set an alarm clock. 2, absolutely nobody can tell me what to do. Absolutely nobody. There's nobody that has a high enough share in the stakes of TRLA that can tell me what to do. I am the leader of all the companies. I'm the boss of everything. So 1, no alarm clock. 2, nobody telling me what to do. And 3, the freedom and flexibility to see my friends and do things without having to have my phone with me. You know, I had a couple of businesses that were very phone intensive. I had a day spa for 4 years, and that's a business that 24/7 your phone is on because there could be a leak in the unit above your unit where you're renting your unit for your spa. There could be something, somebody breaks in, like, whoa. And then the second business was the dance, when I was an agent. So I was an agent in the industry for 4 years. And that business, my phone rang 24/7 in the middle of the night from 2 in the morning to 6 in the morning. It was nothing but bail bondsmen, police departments for talent, things going wrong. So those jobs taught me that I really needed to work my way around my phone. Like, how can I live in the real moment? And if I need my phone, it's still a tool, because again, that phone becomes your boss. It starts to own you. And so that was a really great question. Where do I see myself in 5 years? And I see myself even closer with the friendships that I have right now, even more financially secure because I've been able to work and save and work and save. And even more of a minimalist as I've realized that I want and need less things than ever. Layers of minimalism continue to happen, and it's such a great feeling because it also helps you hold on to your money because you can now just be happy hanging out with people and doing nothing as opposed to constantly spending money. So I appreciate that question. Dance to your own beat, live your life, you only have one. That is from my Jets fan who like I said, Jets fans are just nice people. They're good sense of humor, they're easy to be around, they're very forgiving, they're very loyal, and I appreciate that. I'm incredibly focused, and I see. Okay, so less is more. It's so true. The minimalists really showed me when I fell into their work, their documentary, their books, everything. Work smarter, not harder. Impress yourself, not others. Yes. So those are little things that, you know, I decided that no matter what, by the time I turned 50, I wanted to be able to not set an alarm clock. Now, of course, if I'm going somewhere and I have a flight, I'll set my alarm clock. But for work and life, now, ironically, I kind of get up on my own around the same time every day. But I had 5, 10, 20, and 25-year goals looking ahead. Now I get to sit in them and live them. So pretty awesome question. I appreciate all of you being here today. I did drop the magazine. It's right over here. But I want to remind you all, layers of minimalism is crazy because you realize once you So when I buy things, I get rid of things. So if I buy a couple new things, I bring the bag into my bedroom, I look in the bag, okay, there's 4 shirts in here, you have to take 4 shirts out of your closet. And what's happened is, now when I take the 4 shirts out of my closet, I take 8 shirts out of my closet. Because I'm like, well, you bought 4, you do your laundry all the time, you don't really need 8, they're just taking too much. Why do you have all of these? Somebody else can use them more. And it just really makes you, what do I regret the most in my life? I don't have regrets, and I don't really believe in regrets. I think we can all make mistakes, and we can learn from those mistakes. And I think we can use those mistakes as kind of identifying times in our lives where we know we could have done better. And then we're proud of ourselves for having that conversation. But living in regret, I mean, I probably would have regretted it if I didn't get my tattoo removed. But I did. I got it removed, so I didn't regret it. And that would have been the one thing. Going through my storage closet and downsizing, I'm so excited for that. But don't forget about this, guys. Football guys, Bob Harris, shout out. The football diehards are on SiriusXM Fantasy Sports Radio every night during the week at 8 p.m. It's so nice that they're on earlier because I get to listen at night instead of having to wait till the morning. But sometimes I still do listen again in the morning. I appreciate you, Dad Tutu, man. You're totally awesome. I appreciate all of you for coming by here and saying hello. And don't forget, if you want to say more, that's what Joy AI is for. If you are in a fantasy football league, please order a cameo from me. I put the link in my story or earlier. You can see who I'm in the running to be up against. And so I love doing them. Do I think past careers help my current career? No doubt, 100%. Everything I had to do to excel at my previous career, whether it was putting together my tour dates, working with the agents, the club managers, the promoters, the people, to booking my scenes and deciding what I did and didn't want to shoot, to putting my wardrobe and things together, and then my own production company. All of that was just really the building blocks in understanding that you got to work hard. Oh, wait, we got a dad joke. Thank you for bringing it. Okay, so dad joke for today. What did the teddy bear eat for dinner? I'm coming up with a backup, by the way. What did the teddy bear eat for dinner? That's the dad joke. Okay, I'm gonna get dad jokes, please. I'm asking AI, right? Okay, so what is it? Well, I might have passed it. Did I pass it? Oh, okay, dad joke for today. Please tell us what the answer is. No, okay, this is not, hey, Jeff, did you miss it? I can't believe it. Okay, so we've got a bunch. Let's see. I'm not seeing it, so I'm gonna give you guys, okay. I know that one. These are not good. What? Okay, I got one finally. Man, I'm gonna tell you right now, chat, we're gonna talk after this. These are not good jokes. And somebody made a color. My hair is just a little bit lighter because I'm sitting in the window and that's how it looks with the light behind it. Maybe a little summer highlights, but it's still pretty dark. You can see where the light isn't hitting it. Here's a joke. Why did the math book look so sad? Nothing, because it was stuff. Okay, wait a second. The teddy bear joke again, and the answer is nothing because it's stuff. It's too far back. There's too many comments. I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm gonna ask you guys this. Why did the math book look so sad? This is how we're gonna close out the live. Another reminder right here, football guys, another reminder. My digital duplicate is at Joy AI, Joy Babes. Go to the Real Lisa Ann AI.com and you can see all of the links of where you can find her, chat with her. The math book was so sad because it had so many problems. It's a good dad joke. My favorite dad joke will always be, when do you know a joke is a dad joke? When it becomes apparent. Oh, and there it is. Summer's been great. Great to see all of you right here. Too Much Division, that's a great one too. Thank you all for following here. Don't forget to do a good deed. Open a door for somebody. Let somebody go in traffic. Be more patient than normal. Be chill. It's summer. It's life. It just feels better and it doesn't cost a thing. That was a good dad joke. Thank you, TJ. Appreciate you. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks for joining me here.